Hello, my friends. I'm Rick, and this is your seat at the table, and you've already know that because you've probably been listening to me saying this blathering same crap for a while now. So we're looking at BattleTech Dark Age Turning Points Liao. So it is a game supplement or a mini campaign, however you want to look at it, for setting up and operating on a certain environment or a certain location as a crucial point in history. Right, so we got Harsh Realities. It's a pretty good book. The only thing I ever have issues with these so far, and this is like the third one of these I've reviewed, is the lack of stuff. I mean, I know what they understand. I fully understand and appreciate what the role that they provide. Just me personally would always like more stuff in between the pages. Welcome to the Dark Age Turning Points Liao, a campaign book designed to give the players the opportunity to fight one of the landmark conflicts in the Inner Sphere's tumultuous history. It goes on about the general information contained in the Atlas combatant sections give players tools needed to fight an infinite number of engagements on Liao, while the track section gives details of some of the larger, more pivotal battles in the planetary struggle. Atlas section, combatants, tracks, etc. Right, so we got a picture of Liao itself and the liberation of Liao, a little bit of the history of the place. So basically, by the sounds of it, Liao fell into the clutches of the Republic of the Sphere, and it's been a contested part ever since, in part because there's something about the planet Liao itself in the psyche of the Liao family, not to mention the society and Capellan Confederation society in general, who puts a lot of importance on this planet being a Capellan Confederation planet, and House Liao homeworld specifically. So it's not any time currently a capital, it's not that, but unlike a lot of other places, because other houses have similar locations where they'll fight tooth and nail over, and some of them for significant reasons and others for tactical or strategic reasons, and some just because that's what they do, is what it is. So in this case, it's going on about the end of the war failed to bring peace, blah. The students at the rebuilt Liao Conservatory of Military Arts chafed under what they claimed were anti-Capellan prejudices. Those cadets who sat courses in Capellan history or culture were seemingly blacklisted upon graduation. Blah. Events of 3134 later provided evidence their claims are correct, just to resort to demonstrations and peaceful protests. There's no such thing as a peaceful protest, especially in BattleTech. It just never stays that way. 3128, 2 years of manipulation by Capellan agitators, had the conservatory ready to explode. Full explode, right? So at the end of the day, some heavy forces are sent from the Capellans to liberate Liao and return it to the fold. And this is that battle. And so we have combatants. The Capellan Confederation has the 2nd Macaron's Armored Cavalry, the Dynasty Guard, also known as the 4th Capellan Hussars, the Ajori Digong, which is a group of Liao insurgents, the Liao Conservatory Student Militia, and the Republic of the Spear is defending with the 5th Principal's Guards, and the 5th Ternary Protectors, and the Liao Republic Standing Guard, i.e. the Planetary Militia. So the real thing, the situation, the setup, who's attacking and why. Right. Man, we used to bitch and moan all the time about being stationed here on Ascalon. It's too hot. The local cuisine tastes like ass. There's nothing to do in this town when you're off duty. The women are stuck up and frigid. We never see any action. Now they're telling us that we got Macaron's coming down on us. Macaron's armored freaking cavalry. That ain't no pirate raid or disgruntled noble. That's the mother flipping Capcom shit. I think we'd liked it better when Ascalon was boring, right? So obviously there's going to be a hell of a fight, and at the end of the day, the House Liao carries the field, and what's left of the Republic's forces are forced to beat feet and give up the planet, and Liao ends up with it. So you can go in and refight the battles and refight them, and you could probably even turn it around. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll prevent the Capellans from taking it, and then of course it wouldn't be a canon thing, but that doesn't matter at the end of the day. So we got a couple different vehicles. Chart here. What is this? A Praetorian Mobile Command Headquarters unit, and the Icobro Super Heavy Cargo Truck. Never having too many support vehicle stats for variety, in my opinion. So this is the Kashi Standard 25-ton clan era or clan manufactured mech. The Black Hawk. Oh, look at that little picture of that Black Hawk, and it's sure distinctly different from most of the Black Hawk pictures I've seen. You know, I don't know, maybe there's been some distinctive changes. Alright, it's all good. Cowmaster RA4 Herder mech. The Young Hao Carson. The hell of a name. Alright, and the Harvester. I've seen variations on that before somewhere else. I remember one of the TROs that got that little bugger in there. And of course another cutaway map, so I guess this would be mostly for strategic manipulation and maneuvering your forces around, things like that. It's a good read. I read through it, and it's interesting. I think it's not quite as catastrophically interesting as some of the other turning points I've seen so far. But you know what? Hey, it's a thing, right? It's a thing. Because you know you want the cat girls to exist.